Okay, good. Ruthless Podcast host Michael Duncan. Truth is now. So they don't want a Senate. They don't want a Pentagon. They don't want a Supreme Court. And they want a brand new Constitution. That's change. Do you think, Michael Duncan?
Yeah, I'd say it's changed, but of course it's easy for Bernie Sanders to say that. Bernie Sanders has never been in charge of a House majority, unlike Rahm Emanuel, who was the DCCC back in 2008, one of the architects of the rise of Barack Obama. So, of course, Bernie Sanders can say all that stuff, but there are candidates in swing, battleground states that need to run on that message, and that's a tough sell to the American people.
So think about this. You mentioned before the break, hey, this is a little bit like the Tea Party. The Tea Party is just more conservative. The socialists want a transformation. And they're not really Democrats. They seem to be using the Democratic Party. Don't you think that's different from the Tea Party?
Oh, absolutely, Brian. And it's also a different situation because back in 2010, right after Barack Obama's 2008 election, it was a very wide map. There were a lot of battleground districts across the country. Now, since redistricting and the census after 2020.
Hey, Logan. Hey, Giggles. How you doing? TJ, are you behaving yourself?
So you right now, it's going to happen tomorrow. Saeed says he's a capitalist, but there's nothing about his what he stands for that is capitalist. He's got Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. And on the other side, you got Governor Whitmer and Chuck Schumer. What are you looking for there? Is this a really substantial fight that we're going to be seeing the results of Tuesday night? We think.
Absolutely. I mean, I expect that Abdul Sayed will win. And also, after the debacle in Maine, where Greg Plather had to drop out of the race, the DSA wants another scout. They want to be able to show that they have all the momentum within the Democrat Party. And so Michigan's critical for them. It's a critical test of their strength outside of Maine.
So, and look now, what's going to be happening. You have the DSA who had their spokesperson on saying, abolish prisons, abolish the Pentagon, abolish the Senate, get rid of the presidency. So this is that transformation. Don't you think it's incumbent on almost every Democrat to make a stand there? Tim Kaine balked. Governor Polis did. Final thought.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I missed from that from Fox News Sunday was a paid-for by the Republican National Committee, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee, because what that TSA co-chair did was cut an ad for every Republican in every swing district across the country, which I think will help them hopefully hold the House in this midterm.
All right. Thanks so much. Check out the Ruthless Podcast. It's fantastic. And you play a major role. Some say you're the superstar amongst them, but that's something you guys got to work out together. Michael Duncan, thank you. Appreciate it. Meanwhile, keep in mind the Republicans have this going for them. They got the redistricting and added some seats. They also have a lot more money. They're not dead. Democrats can't say. Thanks so much for watching Fox and Friends. Hello, Dana. Voice of the Good. Give a great show right now. Check me out on radio.
Hey, Jim. Good morning.
Of the political phrase, but those days, those are long gone. The Democratic Socialists of America now reaching more than 120,000 members.
Those numbers show nationwide Democratic Socialists racking up electoral victories from coast to coast and making themselves a force to be reckoned with in the Democratic Party.
And they're hardly keeping their radical agenda under wraps. The co-chair of the DSA outlined the socialist stances point by point with our very own Dan Green that was yesterday on Washington Sunday. So we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of your platform, and I want to ask you to just give me sort of a true false on these. Abolish the sentence. True. Okay. Replace the presidency and Supreme Court.
Jim, my morning's going good. I got up really early and did a ship this morning, and I posted it.
Long-term plan, yeah. Defund the Pentagon. Absolutely. Abolish prisons, at least in large part. Yeah, again, it's part Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations. Yeah, absolutely.
So now,
$60 billion.
Hey, Logan. How are you doing today, Jim?
Well, I like this test story about the Shannon soundbite. That really requires anybody to be enforced by them. They have to adhere to these rules. That includes amnesty for anybody that legally no more prison, abolishing the Senate, also the presidency and Supreme Court as we know it. Now, an open TSA co-chair tells Fox that this why creating is welcome here, but also happy to stay put where they are.
You would not have people.
Criticism runs again Senator concern over winning state authority and bureaucratic inefficiency, which is well documented around Sue Smith at the Manhattan Institute. Says many young people simply do not understand what actual socialism looks like.
but people inside DSA who are maybe younger think that this is just what people would call like Reagan style socialism, and that's not really the case whatsoever. The DSA itself is hardline, anti-free market. They want to seize the means of production, and they really do see themselves as being a putting out this like revolutionary vision of what America would look like.
The major debate right now in the DSA is should it look to shift the Democratic Party or separate from it entirely.
So
Approval of that Republican segment. Of socialism, 52%. And of capitalism, they go way down to 41%. And only 61% of Republicans. So I'm looking at that split and I'm wondering about the DSA. I don't think they believe that the Democratic Party and the Big Ten Party, they want to kick most of the old-time Democrats out. Yeah, they're very frank about that. And actually, it's helpful, as you saw in that clip with Shannon Briggs. She's like, did I stutter? No, we actually believe all of these things. We want to make that very clear. We want to use this party and the skin of it to take over in this country. So they're telling us very clearly what they want to do. And the thing is, it is out of step with normal Americans, right? This is like if 2020, the most crazy 2020 tweets became a person, and then that's the person that wants to get your attention and over your life. A lot of people look at that and go, oh, that's all great they said back then, and they're now trying to run away from it.
How's everybody getting ready for another wonderful week here? Next Saturday is the first day of August. Time flies, doesn't it?
So I don't think somebody says I'm DSA Canada, you should use that to throw out Canada. Canada's have to rise and fall. So they have a litmus test. It says DSA member, they can't be part of the party. I strongly.
for our free feel that way, it feels like he's like splitting the baby. There are Democrats who would not answer that way. No, you
numbers who have a favorable view of DSA or socialism. He's not a great look. The fact that all leaking it doesn't bode well for him. He's had a rocky tenure at best there, and now they don't have money. Like money can be a balm for such problems, but they don't have that. Winning could also be a balm. So if in the fall they win, things might feel better over there. But if you're doing the job ineffectively and you have sort of an uprising in your party to deal with, you're going to be in an uncomfortable position, and you got to learn to hold on to your own while you're there.
Well, we got 99 days to see how this all plays out. Likely the most interesting story in American politics because there will be a chapter two, and that starts on November 4th, the day after the midterms, pending results.
So Logan, you got all your stuff done that you needed to get done?
I think that beautiful morning here after that convention over the weekend. So Graham Flatner is out. The oyster farmer been kicked to the curb after that loss to the Tigers. And now the Democrats here in the state have selected a career politician. And this is who we're talking about. This is who's going to face off against incumbent Susan Collins in November. Troy Jackson is the official Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate here. Won nearly every single delegate vote at the last minute convention. A convention data critics were calling a coronation. He came in with a report. Jackson never mentioned Graham Flatner by name, but he does say they have very different approaches.
They'll have to move now. And we have to fight for it. I know there's differences. No, I'm not. I'm not sure, of course. I'm working with it. You know, I don't know about that.
So Jackson is going to face off against longtime Republican Senator Susan Collins in November. Collins' team said Jackson is just too progressive for the state of Maine. They say all these things he wants to do, all this free stuff, is just going to really hike the prices up here even more. And also look forward to a debate between the two so she can show her record. Some of us say Jackson is the best chance at flipping the seat. So Dana, I asked the delegates, why didn't you just pick time around? I think find a guy like Flatner with so many controversies surrounding him in the first place.
Well, I know pretty clear the Democrat Party did not go out looking for Flatner. I mean, he was not the big choice of the Democratic Party. And so now it is back to somebody who is more traditional Democrat.
Less than 100 days to go here in the state of Maine. Republicans now accusing Jackson of having a bad temper. They rolled out a series of ads about his angry outbursts. They pointed out when he threw a water bottle during a heated political meeting back in 2021. Jackson said he does regret it. Supporters say he's just passionate. So back after live, after all the chaos under Graham Flatner, that's what we were out here for so long covering in the first place. Voters say, please no more surprises, no more new candidates. This is Jackson. We'd like to continue to go through until November. Jackson said he's been vetted and tested. Doesn't think anything else is going to come out. But one thing
Hey, JD.
So,
you regret not acting earlier to call for him to drop out given the warning signs. Would that have given a leg up here with Jackson?
No, I don't think so. But
What's that? What's up, Jim, Logan, JD, Brenda? You all sit here. And TJ. What's up, Jason?
Good morning, Justin. How are you?
That's going.
Yeah, right on.
Just waking up. Oh,
Yeah, right on. I'm on my way into the office. I am 6 minutes behind my scheduled departure time, but I still give myself a little bit of slop just in case. I've got a 10 a.m. arrival of students, of youths.
gotta be careful. I heard the manager at your job's a dick.
He is. Watch out.
Hello, everybody.
He is.
I had to pitch.
Good
I
morning,
had to
Paul.
pitch some peanuts for my little buddies out there.
Of course. You got squirrels?
Yeah, they depend on me. I get like 20 or 30 of them.
All right. Oh, wow. That's a lot. I think the most number of squirrels in my backyard that I saw was like 7, but that's the backyard. I don't count the ones in the front. My wife puts the seeds and the nuts in a bird feeder or on the ground.
On the ground.
So one will be like the king of the hill, and he would chase all the other squirrels away. And while he's chasing one away, other ones would try to steal some from the bird feeder. And then she hung up some bird feeders, and they climbed the pole, like the metal pole. It's skinny that they slide off of, but they were able to figure out how to climb up it, grab onto the bird feeder perches, and eat the bird seed,
Ah.
hanging upside down.
Yeah, I got a bird feeder out here too, and they'll jump over on it from the tree because it's on its own pole, and
Right.
they'll eat out of the bird feeder, but they much rather have the peanuts in the shell.
Yeah, I'll bet it's funner, right?
Yeah.
For them. And then they would eat the plastic the perches for the birds. So it's like, you birds ain't gonna eat any of these seeds. No place for you to stand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, yeah, she went out to put seed out there once, and she's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Because they were plastic perches,
Sure.
so they would eat the plastic. It's like destroyed.
wow.
These are brand new. Yeah. And then I bought one with like a video camera on it that has a hawk signal. So if it recognizes a squirrel, so it shoots live video, it shoots clips, and
Uh-huh.
there's activity. So if I walk in front of it, it would record me for a few seconds. Well, it also has a squirrel detection / repellent is what it's called, and it sounds like a hawk coming in to eat you. Well, one freaking squirrel sat there and just let the hawk just chirp, where it annoyed the hell out of me, and he wasn't moving at all. So when I go outside, they'll move, but I'm like, you kidding me? This guy's not afraid of the hawks or the hawk sound? Or
Either
he
that or
figured it out.
his philosophy is
He learned.
freeze in place.
No,
No, he kept on eating them seeds.
or they got used to it and they realized it wasn't real.
Oh, yeah,
Animals
no,
will
he
do that.
learned. He learned.
Yeah.
No, 100%. He's like, okay, there's no actual hawk here, but every time I go nigger it, it chirps. So, all right, I'm just gonna sit here and eat until I get eaten. Dumbass. Right? There ain't no hawk.
I said it's like those birds in New York City that learned how to time the lights, and they would drop their peanuts and their walnuts on the ground, let the cars run them over, and then when the lights would turn red, they'd swoop down and get all the nuts.
All the seeds out of it, right?
They actually started timing the street lights, the birds.
I believe it.
They learned
I'll buy
that if
that
the
for $1.
cars Yeah, because they learned that if the cars were or the lights were green, the cars would move. If they were red, they'd stop. So they would drop the peanuts and different nuts and stuff on the ground.
Right against Iran, White House is very option remains on the table as officials in Washington look at both diplomacy.
Jim says, Jason, just slide a PCV pipe over the pole. They won't be able to climb it.
Okay.
Some people will coat the poles in vegetable oil and different things like that too, like safe stuff that's not gonna hurt them.
Yeah. Or you take vegetable oil and you put it on a towel or something, and you go up and down the pole like that, and they can't grip anything.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think
they'll
that they would be able to grab that PVC pipe because it's plastic and dig their claws into it more so
Yeah.
than a metal pole. You know, but that's a good idea. Maybe and you know what? I'm not putting white PVC pipe on that pole. It'll look tacky in the yard. I mean, it looks funny as it is. It needs to be a taller metal pole, I think, because
Brenda,
it's still
Brenda.
short enough where they could climb up, and there might be that little crease that they could just hook that. You know, it's like they're mantling up. They got that little bit of ledge, like a rock climber has that little bit of finger hold on to. Then they could just dyno from that.
There's tons of
But
different DIY
I'll
methods
just
you
watch
could
Mark
use.
Rober. And have you seen his squirrel obstacle course?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's freaking cool.
I don't know
They
who
gotta
that
earn.
is. Is he a YouTuber?
They gotta. Yeah, he's a YouTuber, NASA engineer,
He trains
YouTuber.
the squirrels, right?
I don't think he trains the squirrels, but he's like, let's see if they can learn. And he set up this huge obstacle course in his yard, which is pretty freaking cool. He's like, yeah, if you get through this obstacle, then you get all the nuts, like walnut, like this giant cachet of nuts. It was pretty cool. Rober, Mark Rober. He developed the hack pack boxes and like the experiments for essential once a month. Actually, I subscribe to it. I haven't opened one, and I have them stacked in my in my office. I forgot about them. Still need to
Uh,
build them all out. It's pretty cool.
Jim said, Jason, I have PVC pipe on mine, and the squirrels cannot grab it.
All right.
This type of material, I guess.
Yeah. There you go.
I've seen so many like DIY methods of keeping them off the poles that work really well.
Yeah.
The ones with the oil on the pole are the funniest. So the squirrels will run up it, they'll get about halfway, then they'll lose their traction, and then they'll slide down real slow, and then they'll run back up again, slide down, and they just keep doing it over and over.
That's funny. Why is it slippery? Why do my feet taste like peanuts?
Put peanut oil
What
on there.
size
They start
PVC
eating
pipe
pole.
did you use there, Jim?
I'm gonna assume, and I'm just gonna take a guess. Probably, I'm gonna say he probably just went to a size right above whatever the pole was. And it would be good to leave it loose. That way it moves around when they're on it, you know. That gives them even less ability to try to hold on. You don't want to, you want to make it loose. That way when they grab onto it, it's moving and turning. And
Oh yeah. It's like when I do pull-ups, I've got a fat bar pull-up.
uh-huh.
It's hard to grip. And I hook grip it like this. Versus if it's skinnier, it's easier to grab onto. And if it's slick, your hands get all sweaty. I tell my wife, instead of using the bird feeder, just sprinkle it all throughout the yard. That way, all the squirrels can feed, as opposed to one guarding the one bird feeder. playing King of the Hill. So yeah, probably. But the one that I bought with the camera on it, it's kind of funny because all I have are scroll pictures, videos.
I'm saying that guy from that Berlin attack, they called him Islamic terrorist.
Whew.
I can't believe out of all the people he injured, only one person died. That's
What are you talking
wild
about?
because the Berlin attack. He ran Germany. Some Islamic guy ran through a gay pride parade, and I think he killed one person and injured like 28. So
Wow.
I'm just surprised only one person died out of all the people he hit with that car.
How ironic.
They ended up killing him though, so they'll never get the full answer to that of why he did it or whatever.
I have my opinions that I'm not going to share. I'll just say that that's ironic of them.
I said before, you can only push people so far, and people start
Here it
breaking.
comes.
Right? I saw TJ on my stretch live stream this morning. Is he here? He said he's got to go to work at 10.
He was earlier. I don't think he hasn't really said nothing in the chat.
Oh yeah.
For a while.
What up, TJ? If you're still there. Morning, Jim. Can't see the chat, obviously. All right. I made it my 6 minutes of being late. So far, I'm not at work yet, but I'm almost there. Don't want to jinx myself, right, chat?
Yeah, busy day today at work.
Yeah, I got 30 kids coming in to do my STEM program. It's payroll week as well, so I gotta prep all that stuff for. Actually, I don't have to prep anything. I wait for Wednesday, Thursday roll around, and that's when I do the real work for it. I just gather all the reports, or actually,
Your guys' system
Yeah.
just automatically just auto generates the payroll.
no, I have to input it.
Uh,
I switched over from one system to another system, so
Jason, it sounds like
because we're heavily commission
sounds like
based.
your STEM program's doing real well.
Yeah, it does very well. I've got a great teammate that's out there talking to the schools and the daycare centers and the summer camps to say, hey, would you like another alternative instead of
So
just
you have
them
a
running
recruiter.
around?
You can have a recruiter in the field, right?
No, she works at the tunnel. She's
Oh,
my
okay.
she's my chief of marketing officer.
you only have so many places you can take kids for STEM program type
Do
stuff
something.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some areas that don't have anything that's like really relevant to that.
Yep.
But you can learn about aerodynamics and physics for what like Jason's doing. So they can learn quite a few things from that.
What is the furthest that somebody would travel to come to one of your STEM programs?
I've had a group come from Maryland, maybe 5-6 hours away,
Oh
that I
wow!
recall. Yeah. And the crazy thing is there's an iFly Baltimore and an iFly something else in Maryland. There's two out there. But why they came to ours, I don't know.
They were
Maybe
trying
they
to
heard
kill the
how
budget.
freaking awesome I am. You know what I mean? Because I put on a very good, STEM program.
I wonder, do the other wind tunnels do STEM stuff, or is that something that you're pretty much doing?
I
that
like
part
to
of your-
assume that they do
Is that part of your
because I
actual
got the initial
company's?
script from them.
I'm
Yes.
saying, is that part of your company's actual like Like
revenue stream.
criteria?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, not criteria. It's a a way to gather more revenue. But I did not develop it. I actually got it from someone
Oh,
else,
okay.
and I just made it better because that's what I do, right? That's what we all do. We want to make things better.
You built on somebody else's idea, right?
Hold on, Paul. I can't hear you.
I say you built
No,
on
no, no.
Beeping is
somebody
too
You,
else's
loud. I can't hear
idea.
you. Hold on a sec.
hold on.
Go ahead. Say
You
again.
can't.
You built on somebody else's idea.
Oh yeah, why not? Right? That's what we
Yeah.
all do. That's how the
Well,
cell
well,
phone came to be this small.
one way you could find out is call the other wind tunnels. Be like, hey, I got a school of 30 kids. You guys do STEM stuff? I'll tell you right there whether
Well,
they're
the other
going.
thing too is you should have a program,
Right?
Jason. You should set up a program where you contact the other wind tunnel people and tell them that you'll train them how to do what you do,
Yeah. But
and
why?
give them a certificate of training. You know.
Perhaps
Yeah.
it's an idea.
I'd do that if they're going to give me extra money to do that.
Exactly. No, I'm not gonna waste my time to do that for free. You know what I mean? As
No,
fun
no,
as,
but I
as
mean, you
funny
could
as it
have a
sounds, but I would
program.
train someone to do that.
They
But
could sign up for your program and
Here-
pay whatever fee you feel is fair.
I agree with you 100%. Here's the thing: we're a franchise tunnel, and the iFly corporate tunnels. We've given them so many great ideas. And am I a little biased when I say they're great ideas? But have they put any of those things into place? No.
Yeah,
It's
because
like that dude,
they do what they
right?
want. Because
They do what they want
yeah,
because is it job security? Their chief marketing officer is like, oh, we don't need their ideas. I've got an MBA in marketing. You know, okay, well, do whatever the hell you want. That's why, as a franchise, as the general manager of a franchise, I have idiot.
oh
He's
yeah,
got a book.
those corporate stores they go by the book exactly what corporate wants. You know,
Yeah,
they,
exactly.
they don't really care at the end of the day because it's not a franchise they have to worry about taking care of. It's
Yep.
just a company, another company store.
Yep. So, I mean, we've given them ideas. We've offered them to do training like, hey, how to be a general manager for a wind tunnel. You know, we've offered that. As funny as it sounds, it's like if anybody should give training on how to be a GM, should it be me? You know, I mean, I do things differently than a corporate tunnel does as well, right? Like completely different.
Well,
I'm
with
a flight
business,
instructor for crying out loud and a STEM educator. You know, what
well, I
other
mean,
wind tunnel does that?
with I would say with being a franchises too, you can make a franchise feel like a really
Hey,
nice,
Frank.
like mom and pop type business versus
Mhm.
just corporate, you know,
Yeah, 100%
robot
agree,
type
Justin.
store.
Good morning,
Yep.
Jody.
We
You
call
can make
them
it feel more welcoming.
boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those corporate boxes. And you know what they do? They do well. You know, do they do as good as us? I don't have anything to compare. I mean, if you draw a lot of those tunnels, those other locations, their clientele is, if you draw a circle, right? It's their population density is within that circle, right?
Right.
That's their clientele base. Draw a circle around iFly Virginia Beach. Half of it's water, right? Half of it's water. So, but we still do pretty well. I mean, I've heard that we're one of the top performing iFlies in the U.S. Okay, great. You know, I don't really care to be the top performing or the lowest performing or the middle performing. I care about making revenue so I could pay my team. You know,
Yeah.
and as a business, the purpose of any business is to simply make money for the owners and the owners of the franchise of this business. That's the purpose of any business: make money for the owners of said business, make money for them, make money so I could take care of my team, and hopefully make enough money so that we can bonus as appropriate when it's Christmas time, kind of thing. You know, that's what I care about: making sure my team is taken care of.
Oh, dude, I wish we got Christmas
So
bonuses at the county schools. They don't do that.
yeah,
Sarah gets a
so
bonus every year.
nice. All right, it looks like I've got kids actually trickling in already. I'm gonna roll out, fellas.
All right.
It's time for me to go do the thing.
Hey, Jason. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
Yes, of
be
course. Thanks
safe
for
and
having
have
me.
fun.
I appreciate you. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Paul. Have a great day, guys.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Later.
See you, chat.
What's up, Jody? Oh, Jim said there's an iFly only 45 miles from me. Yeah, there's quite a few locations around the country. They got quite a bit. I think they have like 2 in Florida. I think, or 1 in Florida. I think they're pretty sure they got 1 or 2 here.
People are going crazy.
Here comes your little crazy buddy.
Uh,
I'll grab him.
Crazy today.
Here, Booter.
Everybody's just killing each other.
yeah,
Sit down. Sit.
there's 5 locations in Florida.
Stay. All right. Yep.
Who you talking to?
Oh, my neighbor came down from upstairs, and Boone just goes crazy for him. So I have to hold Boone when he goes out. Because Boone will shoot right out the door. So how's things, everything going with you, Justin? Anything new going on?
And shit, different day.
It's a shitty Monday, huh?
Well, not really. Just same shit, different day. I don't really have nothing going on until I think Thursday. Yeah. I think Thursday's when we're going to that meeting. They have that meeting for the school board.
School board meeting?
Yeah.
Is that just for the bus drivers?
No, I mean they do a different meeting for like teachers and stuff, but that's in a different location. Each department has their own meeting around
Oh,
around
okay.
that time. Some might be doing it today, some might not do it till next week. I don't know what their schedule's like. And my stupid ass threw my calendar out when I threw my paperwork out. I forgot to keep it. I ended up throwing it in the trash.
Today's trash day here. I had to take the trash out this morning.
Our trash day is Friday. They get here early too. Them motherfuckers will get here sometimes at like 5:30, 6 in the morning.
Well, they'll pick up across the street from me and head north, and they won't come back here to my side of the street until 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, they come by here at least. They'll go down to one side, but they'll be back up my side of the street within 30 minutes.
No, not here. Well, that's good though, because any trash I get all day long, I can stick it out in the trash, you know? Not that I get a whole bunch of trash during the day, but or
Come
if
on.
I don't feel like taking the trash out first thing in the morning, I've got all day to get it out there.
I said, you better not forget your trash cans because they get here early as shit. Sometimes they'll be out there at 5:30. So you'll hear the trash truck come through. It'll be all of a sudden it'll be nice and quiet. All of a sudden you'll hear that bitch come through all loud as hell. It's strobe lights going and everything else and lights up the whole damn neighborhood. I can't stand our county trash, dude. They're so annoying.
attempted murder, hate crime, assault as a hate crime.
What's up, Lance?
And possible 40 years in prison. How should we be thinking about this case?
Yeah, but they're thinking of some violent act, assault, attempted murder in this case, where you have trade.
Just getting some coffee.
I'm really careful not to use the term so and so.
How's Doug doing?
That previous thing.
Hiding out?
Yeah, he's not out right now. His lights are on, but he's not out right now. He's inside his cave. It's funny. The other night he was sleeping on the side of the glass. He was almost completely straight up on the side of his
Vertical, huh?
enclosure. Yeah, sleeping. Just passed the hell out sleeping. His lights, I usually turn them off around 9:30. He'll go to bed.
Oh, he hunkers down when you turn a light out?
Yeah, he'll immediately put his head down and close his eyes and go to sleep. He sleeps during the daytime or at nighttime. They're daytime at Blizzards. They're not nighttime. He sleeps in the weirdest positions sometimes. Sometimes he'll be hanging halfway off his hammock, just sleeping. Allergies. So annoying.
But still like Spider-Man, the costume jumping into action helps the man. But highway in Arkansas will meet the man behind the mask on Sunday morning.
Well, it looks like it's going to be another slow morning.
All right, Jim.
Jim, don't work too hard.
What's up, Lance?
Hello.
How'd your cord end up working out?
Haven't got it yet, believe it or not. It was supposed to come Saturday. It did not. Let me look here, see if it's coming today. It says it was in Federal Way, the city I live in. Yes, Saturday, but they didn't.
Was it
Seattle,
USPS?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
probably was a priority. That's probably why they didn't deliver it.
eBay. Yeah. See track packet. See where it is. Out for delivery says right now. So yesterday it did not say that. So Monday, July
Well,
26th.
Sunday they'll deliver packages, but it has to be a priority package. If
Is
it's
it out
not
for
labeled
delivery?
priority, they won't deliver it on a Sunday. We have a mail truck that goes around, but they don't have to stop at every house on a Sunday. They'll just drive around to specific houses and drop packages.
Yeah, I see that as well sometimes. It's my wife's birthday today.
Oh, what are you doing for her?
I'll take her to dinner. I see what my daughter's doing tonight. Today, well, maybe the three of us will go out.
Where do you like to go to dinner? Some big time place or just a nice place to eat?
Just a nice place. We don't, probably like we like this one. It's kind of a tavern bar called JP's. We like to go to. We, that, we may go there. I don't know. We'll let my wife pick.
Let her pick, yep.
Looks like the weather is pretty good down there, Paul.
What's that, Lance?
Looks like the weather's pretty decent where you are.
Well, it's cloudy, but yeah, it's not bad. We got all those higher clouds, you know, it makes it a little bit darker. Not the clear blue skies.
There's a big old storm coming into Florida right now. We'll get some rain probably here in the next hour or so.
Now, how do your pupper dogs do with the storms?
Tyson don't give a shit. Bo don't like him.
Now, Bo's the bigger one, right?
Yeah.
Does he go hide in the house or what?
hides under my feet.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, he has to be next to me the whole time.
Destination safely, whether it's a red light or green light, there's always time to do what's right. I love the blinding there. Now, Christopher Hillenthal, great to have you. First, what happened?
That day I had work at my Green Park. I've been there for over 3 years. Pittsburgh Coffee. And just so happened that day was super good. So I've been going out at least once a month or once a week throughout that month. Just trying to get attention, and I was just in the right place at the right time.
The message seller, how do you give feedback on eBay to the seller? Da-da-da-da.
Should be something in the settings that says contact seller.
It does, but you need to be able to rate your, how do you rate that? Let's see.
Entirely sure because I don't really ever shop on eBay, so
Yeah, I don't very often.
I've only bought a couple things off of eBay over the last few years.
Um,
I just don't like dealing with eBay when it comes to returns and stuff, so I try to avoid shopping on there. Like Amazon and Walmart are just easier to deal with. eBay can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Like Amazon and Walmart, I can cancel an order, an hour after I make it if I decide I don't want to get it. eBay, once you make the order, it's a pain in the ass to get it canceled. Instead of cancel it, sometimes they'll make you receive
Pay
the
to return it. Yep.
Well, I'm saying they'll let the seller ship it to you just to send it back to the seller and go through this whole long ass process instead of just canceling the fucking order to begin with. See, I think eBay needs to do a buffer, some kind of buffer zone where they give you like at least an hour or two to decide whether you want to keep it or not. Especially if it's not an auction. Like I understand the auction thing, but if it's a buy it or you just bought it, you should have at least a certain time limit to be able to cancel the order. Just in case you ordered the wrong thing or something happened or I understand the auction side of it because that could be a big pain in the ass for the seller to have to relist it and shit because you decided you don't want to get it.
I found it. I'm not going to give him a good rating. It says, did the item arrive on time? Hell no. Rate the item. I guess I'll wait till I get it, huh? And then I'll add photos of me flipping him off.
I would definitely wait till you get the item before you do a review.
Yeah, I wouldn't do too much
Just
before you
because
get it.
Just in case it's broken, you can add that in the review or something. You want to make sure you got all that information before you do a review.
Yeah. But I know.
See, I do a lot of reviews on Amazon when I buy stuff, but I also wait I'll wait a few months at least of using an item before I'll do a review. The only time I ever do a review right off the bat is if the item's fucked up right out the box. But I don't necessarily blame the shipper or the person that sold it to me because sometimes Amazon can damage something in delivery. That's not the seller's fault. That's Amazon's fault. So I won't dig a seller for that, because that's
Yeah.
not necessarily their fault. That is Amazon's fault. So I won't give them, I won't dig them on the stars, but I'll put that in there that, it arrived damaged, but I'm not blaming the seller. I'm blaming Amazon. So therefore, I'm giving them the seller 5 stars because the item would have been fine if Amazon wouldn't have damaged it. Okay. Sometimes people will give sellers really bad reviews, and it's not even the seller's fault at the end of the day. But unfortunately, they'll get a bad review because of it. People don't think about that, you know. Thing is with Amazon, man, like it's really hard to find an item that Amazon actually sells themselves. Almost everything's third party now. That's one of the reasons why I hate when Amazon gives you those free, like, they'll give you like a $10 courtesy credit or something because they fuck something up. Instead of just giving you a $10 gift card, they'll give you a courtesy credit, and they'll tell you with the credit, under the stipulation of that credit, you have to buy something that's sold and fulfilled by them. Well, you can't, how hard it is to find an item that's actually sold and fulfilled by Amazon? It's actually very hard. Dude, I had $10 on my account for the longest time that was never qualified to use. And then finally, after like 6 months of 6 or 8 months of having it on my account, I finally qualified for an item I bought. It took $10 off. But that was on my account forever, dude. I bought all kinds of shit, and it just never would let me add it.
What's the last skyscraper you printed, Justin?
Oh, it wasn't really a skyscraper, but it was the Eiffel Tower. I haven't printed anything like that in a few weeks or in a couple weeks. I haven't been printing much the last few weeks, so just a few things here and there.
And you were talking about your garbage run today. Is your garbage run today?
No, that's on Fridays.
I was just thinking maybe that Eiffel Tower was in that run.
No, I fucking dropped the Space Needle that broke into a bunch of pieces. I was so pissed about that because that was a hard print to put together. That was a pain in the ass to put that thing together, and I didn't end up rebuilding it, but I got a bunch of pictures of it. So
Talking about that, did you see the two guys jump off the Space Needle yesterday or the day before?
oh, did they do it illegally?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, I didn't hear nothing about that.
They haven't found him yet either.
Oh, so do they even know who it is?
No, they don't. Let's see.
Well, that's not a. I don't think they'll end up figuring it out. What's up, Joy?
Well, here they are climbing the Are you gonna play an ad here for? Can you guys see the video?
Yeah.
I can make it bigger somewhere here. Get bad.
It's developing this afternoon. Seattle Space Needle confirmed today for us
On
that
the
it
other
is
side,
indeed
Lance.
investigating an illegal jump from the landmark. The Needle says 2 people climbed over glass barriers, then jumped from the Needle using parachutes. This just happened Friday night. The incident was captured on numerous videos shared
Hover
on
over the
social
video,
media.
you'll
In a
see the
statement,
little
they write
square.
this: "We are aware of
There
an
you go.
illegal incident at the Space Needle and are closely working with Seattle
There we go.
Police. We are reviewing security footage and assisting
Let me
with
see if I can
this
start it
active."
over.
It's developing
Can
this
you hear it?
afternoon. Seattle
Yeah.
Space Needle confirmed today for us that it is indeed investigating an illegal jump from the landmark. The Needle says 2 people climbed over glass barriers, then jumped from the Needle using parachutes. This just happened Friday night. The incident was captured on numerous videos shared on social media. In a statement, they write this: "We are aware of an illegal incident at the Space Needle and are closely working with Seattle Police. We are reviewing security footage and assisting with this active investigation." The Space Needle did not provide additional details about the individuals involved or the circumstances surrounding the incident, including how they bypassed security.
Well, they don't show it. I need to
Nobody
find
got
where
any video of them jumping off?
they did. Let me find it. Hold on. How do I unshare here?
You're good. You stop sharing.
Okay, so let me look here. I'll find it.
Does that happen a lot on the Space Needle?
No, maybe once every 10 years, if that.
Or did they climb up the side of it, or did they just
No,
go up
they
normal with everybody else and then jumped off?
went up normal.
Okay, so that's what she was talking about. How they got by? They must have got past security with the fucking parachute. Nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Must have thought it was a backpack or something.
And they had helmets on too. So,
Wow.
they were pretty conspicuous.
Surprise, yeah, whoever that security was probably going to lose their job over that or get a really bad reprimand. All right, here, I got the video. I found one. Shows them climbing over the wall. Get out the outside of it. There it is.
Seattle police are looking for 2 men who jumped off the Space Needle, parachutes and all. This viral video has been watched millions of times. And this right here is your King 5 News at 10. I'm Madeline Carter. Tonight, this story is making national headlines. King 5's Jim Nelson is live near Seattle Center, where people watched in shock when the men jumped last night. Jim?
Yeah, crazy stuff, Madeline. The observation.
Okay, I want to see video.
Police say
Shut up.
they face criminal trespassing charges.
They show one guy coming down somewhere.
This is criminal trespassing charges. Would they had to have been trespassed to begin with for them to break the trespass charge?
I'm sure they've got that covered. Dre says he's cutting down on his trash.
Yeah, I saw that.
Go lay down, Paul. Take 15 minutes, come on back.
Paul could sleep there if he got proper sleeping medication. Give him an Ambien, it'd knock his ass out for a good 8 hours.
And then the seaplane, let's see. Seaplane crash.
I'm gonna have to take some sleeping pills the first couple of nights when I go back to work to get back on my sleeping schedule. My sleeping schedule's all fucked since I've been on summer break. Some days I get up at 8, or some days I don't get up till like 11. Paul on Ambien, oh dear God.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
I can't believe he's doing this.
Oh wow.
Where are you guys coming from?
Holy crap.
Where are you stopping over here?
The weather was super bad. It looked like he was going around it. It looked like he was going to keep landing here too. That is
Hey, that thing caught up.
Yeah.
Good thing he didn't hit one of those boats, man. It would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
'Cause there were some pretty decent sized boats out there. I take it he didn't, whoever was in the plane didn't survive.
No, all 11 survived.
Oh, did they really?
Yep.
Okay. So most of
Yeah.
them were able to jump out before it caught on fire then.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
That's good, man.
Where's Susha at? Susha. So this is where the crash took place right here. In fact, it happened right there. And we were up at my cabin, so it's right there. We were up at my cabin, and my cabin is right there when it
Not too
happened.
far. How many miles is that? About 5 miles?
Let's see. Measure distance. Here it is 41 miles.
Oh, that's a lot more than I thought.
And I grew up here. Let me show you. As a kid, I grew up in Oak Harbor, and we would, Deception Pass is right here. It's pretty cool. We would launch from here, and we would go through Deception Pass, and we would drive our boat up through, and we would stay on Susha sometimes. Sometimes we'd stay on Shaw. Sometimes we'd stay on Mesha. Sometimes where's Stewart at? Stewart, we would stay on Stewart. Sometimes we would stay, if it was the summertime, we'd stay for a week. If it was fall or spring, we'd stay for the weekend. But my dad would take us all up there on our boat, and it's a little, 25-foot, get up there real quick. And
Deception Pass.
Deception Pass.
It sounds like something out of a movie.
Yeah. There it is. Kids in my high school would come across this.
I like that scenery. It's nice scenery.
And this is how they would climb it. There's no way I would ever do that, but there were kids in my high school that would do that.
It's your footage or just some random
No,
footage you
yeah.
found?
Random. Yeah.
Pretty tall bridge too, a couple 100 feet.
Yeah. Very dangerous down here as far as getting your boat through. All kinds of whirlpools. It would turn your boat completely around if you hit one. And they were all over the place. So my dad had to navigate through. And sometimes you would hit the side of it and it would twist you. It would twist the boat.
Like if you were just hauling ass through there in a boat though, would it still do it, or is it just like
Depending on the size, yes, it would. It would still kind of twist it. But if it was a bigger boat, it wouldn't affect it as much. But yeah, pretty cool.
yeah, whirlpools are very dangerous if you're not careful. See, the soft opener of the new brewery was a bus last night, way too busy, but found a National Archives cave. So the brewery found it has a hospital room that JFK was examined in.
Where are you reading that?
Nice. Oh, JD was putting that in the chat because he was going to go to check out this new brewery in his area last night, but he said that ended up being a bust, so they went and did something else.
I only see Logan. Logan is the last guy that put something in.
Refresh your chat, like switch to live chat up at the top, and it should refresh it.
Okay, gotcha.
Back up.
Yeah, I still see Logan. Logan is my last. I'll refresh it again. Weird. I don't see JD. And is that Frank? No.
You see Dre, don't you?
I see Dre. I say Dre says cutting down his trash, and then I see Logan, and that's it.
Yeah, the JD commented like 4 times after that.
Huh. I wonder why I don't see him. I wonder.
The facility. JD said Lance probably blocked me. No, but that has been an issue. Like Joel and Dusty can't see each other for some fucking reason, and neither one of them have blocked each other.
Yeah, JD. I don't know why.
You guys might be having that same issue that Joel and Dusty been having.
Do you see mine, JD? Do you see my comments? Let me know what he says because I can't see what he says.
Because I think Joel can see Dusty, but Dusty can't see Joel. But the thing is if you block somebody, you neither one of you should be able to see each other's comments. So it's some weird glitch.
Ray, that's funny.
Like a vampire. JD said he could see your comments. So there's no way that one of you blocked each other then because you wouldn't be able to see each other's shit.
See if I can. What is JD's full? I'm gonna
Hanging with JD.
It's just JD. What is it?
No, his handle is at Hanging with JD. But you have to go into your YouTube studio to see if somebody's blocked. But I think you're having that same glitch that Joel and Dusty have problem with.
Yeah.
As I said, I think Joel can see Dusty, but Dusty can't see Joel for some reason. And them two never had an issue with each other, so there'd be no reason for one of them to block each other. You two have never had a problem with each other.
Hey Dre, would you recommend stopping in Bakersfield for the night?
Are you going to California?
Yeah, the road trip with my daughter's car.
Nothing wrong with Bakersfield.
Yeah, I'm just thinking where to stop. You know, my wife thinks she wants to take 3 days, not rush down there. Oh well.
I would say what Bakersfield's probably maybe 4 or 5 hours from San Diego. So I'm assuming that's where you guys are going to end up, right? It's down in San Diego.
Correct. Yeah.
Your daughter.
Yeah. I think it's 5.5.
Yeah, because I know San Diego is 4 hours from my house, but Bakersfield I think is a little farther north, so probably be about 5 hours maybe.
Figured I would want, and I'm not going. It's going to be my wife and my daughter. My wife says, "Why spend 3 plane tickets when we can spend 1?" Because what we were going to do is, my wife and I were going to drive. We were going to fly my daughter down, and then we were going to fly back. So we would have 3 plane tickets. She's thinking 1 plane ticket.
Dre
She
said
and
if you
daughter,
make read what Dre put in there.
okay, and my wife says, well, if my daughter and my wife drive, then my wife flies back. We only spend 1 plane ticket.
Y'all gonna stop and meet up with Dre on the way?
You know, I was hoping to, but I'm not going now. My wife is. My wife can meet up with him.
You're not going on the trip? Why not?
Okay, so my wife said, why buy 3 plane tickets when we can buy 1? That was this is her reasoning. So if her and my daughter drive down and then my wife flies, we only have 1 plane ticket. Where if my wife and I drive down, we have 3 plane tickets because we've got to fly my daughter down. Then my wife and I have to fly back. So that was her reasoning. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. That'll work for me. I hate road trips anyway, but it would have been fun.
That's a long drive going down straight down through California.
Yeah, I think either Medford or Redding will be the first stop, and then Bakersfield will be the second, and then San Diego.
So I was like 10 or 11. We drove up to Washington from where I lived at. Went straight up to the state, went to Oregon, and went up to Washington, and then back down to Oregon on a road trip. We ended up going to Washington, and then my mom found out that one of our old family friends had decided to take himself out, and so we stopped back in Oregon on the way back to visit with the family. He worked for my dad as a mechanic for years, but then he ended up losing his house and some other stuff, and got really depressed and ended up killing himself. Happened while we were on vacation.
Let's see how far down is Medford from Seattle. Let's look. Oh, it's almost on the border. Medford compared to where's Reading? And Reading is another. Let's go here, measure. To Reading. Another 125 miles, 135 probably, because I'm drawing a straight line. Where can
Oh,
you
Joy's got some traveling advice there for your wife.
Okay, let me read here. Pasadena for the night, head east on LA traffic.
Yeah, you don't want to get stuck in LA traffic. That shit sucks.
Pasadena is pretty far south, though, isn't it, Dre? Pasadena. I'm going to join with my phone here.
So it's about another hour south of Pasadena. Or Bakersfield, sorry. You hear us, Lance? Must be going for his walk.
You know, it's weird when I Google, you know, take me down to San Diego. It only gives me the major cities for cities on I-5. You guys hear me?
Yeah. Dre said
Hello?
Pasadena's
Okay.
about an hour south of Bakersfield.
Oh, okay. So,
You're breaking up really bad, Lance. Surprising since you're in your house. I don't know why you're breaking up so bad. Fuck did Paul go?
I think he went to lay down. So I think if I did this right, Dre, Federal Way to Reading is like 10 hours. And then Reading to, where were we going to stop? I forget where, it was another 11. And then San Diego was going to be about 7. Different options. So Reading one.
I disconnected from his Wi-Fi.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you just reconnected. You were disconnected your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was because I left my house. Now it's on Wi-Fi globally, I'm sure. So yeah. So we've had I've run too many scenarios, Dre, to remember exactly where I've stopped, because it was like Federal Way to Reading is like 11, and then hours, and then Reading to, I don't know where the next, maybe it was Reading right into San Diego was another 11. I'm not positive now. And my wife said, that's too much driving. So then I did Medford, then I did Bakersfield, then I did San Diego. And that was a little more manageable. It was like 9, 9, and 5 or something like that. Again, I don't know exactly because I had too many. I ran it too many times through ChatGPT. But I thought Bakersfield, and then Bakersfield, I looked, Bakersfield is 20 minutes off the freeway. I thought, well, there's got to be hotels right off of I-5, right? And there were. So I'm thinking, that's what I was thinking. It was a Bakersfield. Good morning. But I don't know. I will do it a few more times, I'm sure, before she leaves. They don't leave until mid-August. And I was kind of looking forward to driving down to meet Dre, but now I'm disappointed. But maybe on the way back in May, I'll stop on the way up. Who knows? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just me out here with you. All left.
Right. And so yeah. But when we drive up in May, we'll have all of her apartment stuff with us. It's going to be funny having a couch strapped on top of a Corolla. Actually, so the kids start shopping for apartments in October. So this October, her apartment will be walked through by college kids wanting to rent their house for next year. And they have to put a deposit down in October. Can you believe that?
Oh, wow.
And so we told my daughter to put signs on her bed, on her dresser, on anything that we're not taking back that is ours, and say for sale, 50 bucks, whatever, right? And so when people walk through, they'll know that, hey, if we rent this place, we don't have to go buy a bed. And her bed's really nice. It's a twin. That's all you can fit in that room, but it's comfortable.
Dre said sell the couch to an underclassman.
Yeah. Luckily, the couch is not ours, which is good. It's one of the other girls.
Even better, it's pure profit.
There you go. Yeah. I'll sell your couch and take the money. Yeah. And I'm going to sell all your furnitures in your rooms too. So the kids were they're paying internet year round. So they're splitting that even in the summertime, which I think is okay, which I think you have to do. But 3 of the kids stayed all summer and they used the electricity.
meaning the air conditioning, mostly, right? And so, and there's one family that they keep track of all those bills for us and sends out a spreadsheet every month. Okay, this is what the utilities were for the month of, whatever, April, whatever, right? And at the very end of their time, the 2 years they stayed together, they had to put down, I think each of them had to put down $1,000 damage deposit. So what the lady's doing is she'll take all of so they're paying the utilities out of their own pocket. So they have a little bit more money than the rest of us, I guess. So they're paying the electric, but at the end, we all agreed that she would total it all up over 2 years and then take it out of our damage deposit when we get that back, which we thought was very generous. That was very nice of her to do that. And so that's what they're going to do. So it's the thousands easily going to cover 2 years in utilities. We'll even get money back, I'm sure, because it's utilities. I don't even look at the spreadsheet she sends, but I'm guessing might be $80 a kid, maybe. I don't even think it's that. And that's internet and utilities. But the real story is kids left in May, but 3 of the kids stayed June, July, and August until my daughter gets down there with the other, there's 5 of them, with the other gal. My daughter gets down there on the 20th of August. So when they sent out a bill in June, I just emailed the gal that's doing all the spreadsheet stuff and said, hey, it's probably not a lot of money, but do we want to charge the 3 girls that are staying there June, July, and August, the utilities, or some of the utilities, not all, because we would have to pay utilities if it was empty, all of us. So I'm not thinking, don't take over the whole bill that month. And it's not a lot. I said, do we want to charge those 3 girls? And so she said, let me ask the families and I'll get back to you. She came back, she said, 2 of the families said they would pay. 2 of the 3, really? Anyway, it's not going to be a lot of money. And I told her, I said, if it's too much trouble, it's not a big deal. But again, my family is the only family paying out-of-state tuition as well. My daughter's bill is a little higher than the other 4. So I just thought I'd ask that. And anyway, that's where they left it is. 2 of the families said they would. Well, okay, I don't want to push this, and it's not, it's only a couple $100 more probably than if nobody lived there. But AC in May, June, July, because they all left mid-May and they're not supposed to get back until mid-August. So May, June, July, 3 months. Summertime months too, because they're going to be the warmer months. That AC is cranking. Anyway, that's how you get to retire.
Sounds like it'll work out.
Yeah,
worked out for everybody.
And it's been a dream with living with these 4 other girls for my daughter. The one of the 5, she was a lacrosse player at San Diego State, and she's a little tiny peanut, probably 5 foot, 80 pounds. I mean, just tiny, and very bubbly. Probably the most charismatic or gregarious of the 5. Talks to the adults, and I mean, just really a nice kid. And she has a boyfriend, and she got a boyfriend her sophomore year when the five of them were living in a different apartment. They didn't live together. The two and two lived together. But anyway, she got a boyfriend, and all of a sudden she kind of changed a little bit, got a little snippy, and with the girls just because she was always gone with her boyfriend. And so anyway, she's not, I guess, as charismatic as she used to be, is what my daughter says. She says she's okay, but if I were to pick, if I were to rank order the kids, she would be the fourth now, whereas before she would have been number one. And I think the other girls agree with that she's kind of, now that she has a boyfriend on campus, she kind of spends time with him and everything is him. And, she'll stop, they'll all have something planned to go to dinner or something, and she bails because the boyfriend wants to do something, that type of thing.
Right.
So they're like, again, not a huge deal, but it's like, it's not the way she used to be. And she was the one that got all five of them together too. She was the one that was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. And the fifth one wasn't a roommate of theirs at all, but they're all five nurses. The fifth one was kind of a black sheep of the nursing program. She's loud and obnoxious and says what she wants and talks during lectures. And they all felt sorry for her because her original roommates said, we don't want to live with you anymore. So one of the four, not my daughter, said, let's let her move in. Let's let her live with us. And my daughter was real skeptical. They all were. Well, it turns out she is the most fun. If my daughter were to rank order them, she would be number one. But she says what she means. She asks bluntly. There's no hiding anything. She's just up front, which is kind of cool. That's what my daughter likes about her. She says she still talks during lectures. She's still obnoxious sometimes, but she's a great kid, which I thought was kind of cool. But the one they thought they were going to probably have to kick out turned out to be my daughter's best friend. And it's funny. She does anything she wants. She was supposed to go to Africa this summer. And what was the outbreak in Africa this summer? Ebola, I forget what it was. And country she was supposed to go to had a huge outbreak, and she never listens to her parents. She's not really a rebel, but she kind of does what she wants. And her mom put her foot down, said, you're not going. She was really disappointed, the girl, but she understood. She was like, okay, I'll let my parents tell me what to do this time. But yeah, it's been in fact, my daughter, she was home a week in May, says, I miss my roommates, which we thought was good because as a freshman, she was ready to quit, move me back home. I don't like San Diego State. I don't know anybody, blah, 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 blah. And it was funny because her senior year, she said, I want to move somewhere where I don't know anybody. San Diego State's the perfect spot. And then she gets down there and everything changes.
It's hard to find good roommates because you're basically rooming up with somebody you know nothing about almost instantly. So if you know, it's a 50-50 shot you're going to get along with them.
Yeah. So my daughter knew 3 of the 4 really well as freshmen. They all lived in the same floor, same dorm. I don't know where the 5th one lived, the one that she likes now. I don't know where she lived her freshman year. And their sophomore year, it was 2 and 2. So of the 3 that my daughter liked, all 4 of them moved into the same complex. One lived directly below, 2 of the girls' room lived directly below the room that my daughter and the other one lived in. So all 4 of them did everything together. And
Paul left.
And then of those 4 in that apartment, they got to know each other even more. Because now they were living off campus, had to buy their own food. My daughter was real uncomfortable because anytime she needed like to go to Target, she either had to take the trolley, she had to ask one of her roommates to drive her, and she was real uncomfortable doing that. So her sophomore year was kind of miserable. And then she had to have a car her junior year because she had to drive to the hospitals for her clinicals. And they're not close at all. So we agreed to take the car down, and it worked out fine. And she had a great junior year because now she had her own car. She didn't have to ask kids. She was 21 in October, you know. And the cool thing is, Justin, these kids nowadays, they Uber if they go out drinking. None of them drive.
Yeah, that's a good thing though.
Yes, it is. And my oldest nephew, not my oldest nephew, one of my nephews, both of my nephews one nephew's like 28 and the other's 23. And they live here in Seattle area, and they Uber as well when they go out.
Well, yeah, because back in the day when you would do you'd have to have a designated driver, a DD. It sucked because if you were the DD, you couldn't do anything. You were just sitting there while everybody else was having fun. And it's quite boring, DD.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. So they do that, which I thought, but again, we did not have Uber as 20-year-olds. There's no such thing. It was taxi, and that was too expensive.
I mean, like back when me and Sarah used to go to the clubs and stuff, there was no Uber or anything. It was only taxis. So we always had to have a designated driver because where we went to was like a 40-minute drive, 45 minutes. So, but luckily we had one friend that used to go with us all the time, and he didn't like to drink. So it was kind of good for him. He liked to go to the club and dance and stuff, but he never drank anything. So So I give it to him though, because he used to go up and do karaoke and most people have to get a little tipsy to get up there and want to sing. You'd get up there sober as shit and just start doing it. Didn't care at all.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, my wife really likes it because our college buddies that my wife and I went to college with, we get together often, probably twice a month, especially during football season. And we might drive to their house, or they might drive to ours. And my wife's always saying, "Don't worry about drinking, guys. My husband will drive you guys home." And or when we go to their house, I drive home and my wife can, hang from the chandelier, so to speak. But because I don't drink and I'm the DD all the time now. So two of my college roommates that I lived with live probably 5 miles from me, and they live right next door to each other practically. They live like 3 houses from each other, and they were roommates probably all 4 years in college. I was only their roommate the last 2 years, but really nice guys. And both older than me, but we're all freshmen. In fact, one guy's only older than me by 3 or 4 months, and the other guy started school late and was a freshman when we were freshmen. But
You still hang out with all your college buddies, aren't you?
Yeah, those 2 I do. Those
Yeah.
are the only 2 I hang out with.
And they're the ones you go watch football and stuff with, right?
Correct, yes. And you know, my 2 ride or dies. You know, I'd do anything for those 2. And so in fact, we just invited them to the cabin. They were up there last week with us for about 3 days. And usually the 3 of us will go golfing one of the days and or play pickleball up there, right there next to the cabin. And we didn't do either of those things because of my back. I didn't want to swing a golf club. So we just hung out on the beach or sand, depending on the time of day. But there's a guy up there, Justin, that lives further out, so the tide never completely goes out on him. He's almost at that point. He's got a whale watching Facebook page, and he seems to post a whale every day. And I got a hold of him and said, "Hey, do you mind me coming up?" Because the beach he lives on is private, very small, one lane road in, and it's probably 30 cabins long. And I said, "You mind if I come and do some drone stuff?" And he never really got back to me. Finally, he gets back to me and says, "Sure." I said, "I was going to be up last week." And he said, "Come on up. Just let me know. My daughter and grandkids will be here. That'll be fun." So then I had 2 other buddies found out I was going and said, "Can we come too?" I'm like, "Well, let me ask him." Because one of the guys have been trying to get a hold of him and he's not responding at all. So I asked John, the Facebook whale guy, said, "Hey, do you mind if I bring 2 friends?" He says, "Do they fly drones?" So all of a sudden I feel apprehension in his text. And I'm like, "Yeah, but we won't fly all of them at the same time." And he never got back to me. And he ghosted me. So we left Friday. So I get a hold of him Tuesday before we leave and said, "Hey, you mind if I come up and fly?" And then he ghosted me, didn't say anything. Then I said, "It would only be me flying. I might bring my wife up just so she can see the whales." Then he gets back to me. Yes. And it was really hot Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like in the 90s, hot. And he says, "Well, this heat's giving me medical issues. Why don't we, and my family's up here, why don't we postpone?" I said, "Okay." And I said, "I'll be up July 31, maybe sometime around then." I said, "Okay, so we'll see."
It sounds like he doesn't want a bunch of people on his property.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. So So I'll reach out to him on the 30th of July, day before we go up. Actually, we may go up early because my niece, who has the cabin this week, can't go. She's not going up. She's senior marketing director for the Seattle Mariners, and their 50th anniversary this year. And she is so bogged down with that stuff that she couldn't get away. So we may go up early. Thing is, my daughter doesn't want to go, and my wife likes to spend as much time as she can with my daughter. But my wife's finding out that my daughter doesn't want to spend a lot of time with us. She's now the 15-year-old that we didn't have, that wanted nothing to do with their parents. She just hit that stage later than most kids, I guess. And all kids are different. But good morning. So we'll see. So my wife's changing her mind a little bit. Says, okay, maybe we'll go up early because our daughter either is working or spending time with friends or her boyfriend. And I'm not going to do this, but I feel like it. The first time I see the guy, I'm going to pull out my shotgun. And it seems like it's more my daughter doesn't want to introduce him to us, because it sounds like he's asked. He says, when am I going to meet your parents? Because she's hanging out with him and his parents, any free time she gets. So and it's not an easy drive from our house to his house, especially in traffic. In Seattle traffic, it can be an hour one way if you don't leave at the right time. And then she comes back late at night. Sometimes she stays up there. Sometimes she comes home, but she won't come home and she won't pull in until 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Nothing good ever happens after 10 p.m. Do you know that, Justin?
I've always heard that.
You want me to sing to you? In fact, let's ask the audience. You guys want Justin and I to sing to you a duo?
Hell no.
Justin, you do Cher, I'll do Sunny. I'll do Sunny, you do Cher. You ready?
No.
You need to put something different in that vape to do it, huh? What's the formula for BMI, Justin?
What do you mean formula for BMI?
How do you figure out your BMI? Height times weight, what do you do?
I don't know.
Height divided by weight. Are you on the computer? Google it. What's the formula for BMI? I could ask my daughter. I might do that. She'll know. And then there's probably something.
Body mass index equation uses a person's height and weight to estimate body mass. So there's a chart you have to look at.
Okay.
Pull the chart up. So how tall are you?
6 foot.
So your max weight, You would want
My
to
weight
be,
What's 35 BMI? What would 35 BMI be? How much would I have to weigh?
trying to figure out how to read this chart. Hold on, I've never read this chart before. You're 6 foot. You want to be around 175 pounds, I guess.
Yeah, but and what BMI is that? Does it say?
24 is the highest you could go before you start going into overweight.
Okay, so look at what would 35 BMI be? How much would I have to weigh? Can you see that? 6 foot, 35 BMI.
Doesn't go that high.
Oh no. I bet if you Googled, if I'm 6 foot and I want
If I'm reading this chart correctly, I don't know if I am, but
okay.
so, yeah, I'm not sure how to read this chart, to be honest. 45. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
You're not a doctor. You're not Dr. Stickley.
It's how the military does it when you go in and to sign up that you have to be a certain body mass to your height.
Got a massage today at 3, which is good. I need it. And my copay has gone down now that I'm on Medicare. It's kind of nice. Saving $10 a visit. I need to go buy a beer for that. Oh yeah, I don't drink. That's what I should do. Sneak my wife into the massage room. It's her birthday. I'll tell my masseuse, I just want my wife to see how you do this. And then when we get in there, say, okay, we're switching. You're going to massage my wife for her birthday present. Think that would work?
I don't know. That's how you know you got money when you got your own masseuse.
I'll tell you, my gal is strong as an ox. She could beat me in arm wrestling, and she's not. Well, she's a kickboxer, and has got pretty strong. I mean, you can tell she's cut, and she's not overly fat at all. I would bet she's 5'8", 5'9", 170 pounds maybe. You know, so solid. Not doesn't have a gut or, you know. He's a solid. It's like she could play linebacker on those NFL tackle teams. But very good. I've had 3 or 4 different masseuses at this place I go to. And she's by far the best I've had. And she's been massaging me now for 2 years. And I'm afraid she's going to leave. They all leave. And she's already cut back. And she does her own practice. You know, I don't know where she does it from. I don't know if she goes into the people's homes or people have to go to her. I don't know what. I should ask her. But it's not going to be my $10 copay. It's going to be, you know, $150.
All right.
And she
I've never had a
does that 2
professional
days a week.
massage.
She does that 2 days a week. You need to treat yourself, Justin, seriously.
Everybody's always said that it feels really good. I've never had one. Don't know.
Next time you go to your doctor, tell them your back's bothering you and you think you need to kind of
Oh, you know
loosen
what?
it up by getting a massage.
I did actually. Let me take that back. The doctors now have a massage thing they call it. I think it's called like OTM or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. But I did have that done by one of the doctors at my doctor's office. He did my back for me one day. And it felt really good. He loosened up the bottom part of my back. My muscles were really tight.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a masseuse like you would go to, like, you know, it was
Sure.
actual doctor's office.
You mean with the black curtains and they pull them closed and that type of masseuse?
Yeah, I was just in a regular doctor's office. That was about a year ago when I got that done. I forgot all about that.
Their building windows are all blacked out.
Then I went to physical therapy about 2 or 3 times just so they could teach me how to do stretches and stretch my back properly and all that. I do those all the time.
They did that right after my surgery in 2015. I did all of that, both of them, massage and physical therapy. And all the other masseuses I've had up until this gal here, you know, over the last couple of years, have always said, you need to go into our therapy, you know, massage or our physical therapy and get work done. You know, and it's all one building.
Dude, physical therapy was real nice. She took this big ass like heating pad that was like the size of a blanket, and it was like really weighted, so it was heavy.
Yeah.
And she stuck it across my back. I ended up falling asleep. She came back to me like a half hour later. She goes, "Are you feeling better?" I said, "Oh my God." I said, "I didn't realize I fell asleep." She goes, "Yeah, you were supposed to." She goes, "Usually we leave you for about 15 minutes." She goes, "But I let you sleep for about a half hour." She goes, "You look comfortable." I was like, and then after she took it off, she took some of that like kind of like icy hot, and she rubbed it all over my back. Oh, dude, it felt so good.
Yeah. My other masseuses were upselling. You know, go into our physical therapy and pay $50 a shot. Like, no, I know what the stretches are already. I can do that at home. But this guy has not done that.
I went three times, and it was just mainly just to teach you how to stretch your back and do the proper stretches and all that.
Yeah.
It really helped my back though, but it was really that heating pad, man, felt so good though.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, Lance, I'm gonna jump off, dude. I'm gonna go get something to eat. So.
Okay, bud. Okay. We'll chat with everyone later.
Later, guys.